So as I'm sitting here waiting for my computer to reboot, just was thinking I should probably share a quick reflection on this awful Packer game from this last weekend and then close the book on it and move forward. Saturday night's playoff game with the 49ers was awful, right? Like if you're a Packer fan like me, um, it was just depressing. And the thing is too, like I said, the other two games that were played yesterday, um, they were exciting. They were close. Two teams just went all in. I mean, in each of the games, and teams went. It was exciting. It was fun to watch. And yes, for the teams that lost, I mean, heartbreaking. For them to lose, but at least they were going back and forth and everything. Like I felt like the Packer game was just it was just like our offense did nothing. Like block, like special team stuff that turned into points. It was just deflating and just not at all how I was expecting it to go. And it just what a letdown. Like we had this expectation and just, ugh. I'm revisiting that because, when Jesus went to the cross and died, it's good for us to realize. I mean, as we look at it now, we're like, okay, that's where he paid for our sins. But for his followers, for his disciples, when he went to the cross, it was like the ultimate deflating end. At least that's what it seemed like to them. Like we're deflated talking about a football game, right? Well, they thought Jesus was they had these expectations of what they thought he was going to be, how they thought that he was going to be this Messiah, how he was going to defeat to drive away the enemy, the Romans, and do all these different things. This is what most people had in mind when they thought of were Jesus. And when he just allowed himself to be to be taken as a prisoner. When they went to the garden and they go to arrest him, this is part of the reason why Peter's jumps up with his sword and going to try to defend Jesus. No, we got to fight back, right? And Jesus just lets it happen. He's like, nope. Lets himself be arrested, goes through all this, and dies. It just seemed like the ultimate deflation to him. What just happened? Now, I wish I could tell you that there's a whole big plan with the Packer game, and actually they're going to come back and reboot just like my computer's doing right now, and whatever. It's not. Season's over. Enjoy watching the playoffs with a lot less stress now. But what I can tell you is that while they were so deflated when Jesus went to the cross, it actually was God winning a victory. It wasn't what they expected. It didn't match their expectations. It wasn't how they thought it was going to go. But it actually was God carrying out his plan. By allowing himself to be killed, by allowing himself to die on that cross, Jesus could take every consequence of sin, every consequence of wrong things we've ever done, and pay for them there. And he could break the hold they had on our lives. So he could give us hope that goes on. So that for all those times where life doesn't go the way you wanted it to go, where all those times of things, and you go, it wasn't supposed to end like this, that you can know that that's not the end of your story, that you can know that death itself is not the end of your story, but things are going to reboot, that there is new life with Jesus in paradise, that there is resurrection ahead. Yeah, there are plenty of times in our lives where you're like, it wasn't supposed to end like this. We see things as awful as death itself. But that is not the end, because it wasn't the end for Jesus. It will not be the end for you. It maybe doesn't seem like it was supposed to end like this, but watch God give you new life ahead.